So I'm getting a giant squid tonight. Words and pictures created by Scott Kelley. Mistakes are made by everyone. It's just a fact of life. But some mistakes are greater, filled with unrelenting strife. I promised we would get a pet, picked by my firstborn kid. I assumed he'd want a puppy. He wants a giant squid. A squid? I asked. I do not think they have those at this store.
You promised me a pet my choice, so let's go and explore. In the corner of our basement is your unused fishing rod. Dust it off and buy some bait to catch the cephalopod.
What have I done? I clenched my teeth and mumbled words of rage. A giant squid would just not fit inside a puppy cage. But a promise is a promise, and a promise must be kept. So that night I fished the ocean while my firstborn child slept. In my cheapest thrift store kayak, not meant for ocean bound, to the deepest trench aquatic is where that squid be found. I put a worm on the hook and cast my line due east. The full moon made the surface lit for when I catch this beast. I waited half an hour and never felt a tug. Then all at once my reel pulled down, and to my soul I dug. With every ounce of strength I pulled, I would not dare to quit. That giant squid from deep below I promised that I'd get. And so I did. That giant squid. I would not let it flee. I saw his eyes, of beach ball size, staring back at me. You are a giant, I told that squid. Looks like a length of 44. It took 12 dozen cans of worms to lure him to the shore. Before I trekked the ocean, I bought a massive dumpster bin. I filled the bin with water to put the creature in, strapped wheels beneath the dumpster as much as I could get, then pulled the load back to my home with my '83 Chevette. The sun was near to rise. To replace the night moon glows, I emptied my whole basement and turned on the garden hose. Wrestling with that giant squid to get him down the stairs is not a task I shall relive. His eyes held constant glares. Now water fills my basement, to feel like the ocean deep, with a giant squid there swimming as my son arose from sleep. I called him to the basement door. He wondered why I stink. I placed my hand onto his back, looked down, and gave a wink. 8 tentacles with suction cups left scars I'll never heal. But I'm a man true to my word. I made my son a deal. I showed my son his giant squid. I was sure that he'd be smitten. But all he said to me that morn was, "Can we just get a kitten?" So you listened to my story. I hope it made you grin. Check out my other stories. Perhaps you'll grin again. If you click that thumbs up button, I'd be mighty gratified. I'd be mighty gratifieder if you click the word subscribe.